It's the killer 5th episode of HBO's House of the Dragon, the episode that gave us a hunting mishap, an indecent proposal, and a nice day for a chaotic royal wedding.
My betrothed.
So fill your petty cups to the brim and get ready for another hilarious recap with Keisha Chantal. Hello, Soap Opera Nation. Welcome back. I'm your host, Keisha Chantal, and much like Viserys, I'm never too proud to beg. So help me get to 100 billion subscribers by clicking the subscribe button, giving this video a thumbs up, and of course, getting down into the comment section so we can be petty together. All right, get comfy, y'all. It's story time. Chapter 5, titled We Light the Way, begins in the Vale. Can't you just smell that fresh, crisp air? It's the perfect day for hunting prey. Speaking of which,
Husband?
We finally get to meet Daemon's wife, Lady Rhea Royce, aka
my bronze bitch is happier for my absence.
Now that husband and wife are finally reunited, Rhea let Daemon know that his disgusting remarks about sheep being prettier in the Vale than the women got back to her. It's pretty obvious here that they both mutually despise each other. Daemon doesn't say a word, but the menacing look on his face suddenly clues Rhea in as to his frame of mind. Before she can step back on her horse and defend herself, Daemon causes the horse to rail back and fall on top of her. And what happens next? I guess we can just call it an unfortunate accident. Damn! Talk about cold-blooded! Meanwhile, back at King's Landing, it's raining rats and dogs, honey. The rain seems to serve as a metaphor of washing out the old and bringing in the new. Enter Queen Alicent, who is absolutely beside herself with the fact that her father is being rinsed out of the Red Keep like a stubborn shit stain. Before riding off to the land of unemployment, Otto serves Alicent some cold, hard facts.
The king will die. If Rhaenyra succeeds him, war will follow.
Looks like the amazing race to every woman for herself has officially begun. To my right, Queen Alicent, and to my left, Princess Rhaenyra. Who will win? If you read the books, you probably already know, but for the rest of us who haven't, keep your mouth shut. Later, Alicent takes a walk in the garden to contemplate friendship versus self-preservation, and, as bad luck would have it, crosses path with a certain mealy-mouthed interloper named Larys Strong.
On the very same night your father was dismissed, the Grand Maester delivered a tea to the princess's chambers.
A tea?
Obviously, a cunning reveal meant to sow the seeds of doubt by mentioning the planned tea from episode 4. At first, I did wonder what would motivate Larys to be so underhanded, and then I found out that later on, he's going to serve as Lord Confessor and Master of Whisperers on Viserys' small council. So, this is obviously just a ploy to align himself politically. You'll remember that chapter 4 ended with Viserys telling Rhaenyra to queen up and get herself a husband. The prince of the House of Valyrian should fit the bill nicely, since it would unite the two most powerful houses in the 7 kingdoms. Oh, and did I happen to mention that they're rich as f***? Not a bad look for your girl. So Viserys and Rhaenyra sails into Driftmark with very little fanfare and zero welcome party. Laena comes out to greet her family and says that Lord Corlys happened to just get back from a trip and he's waiting for them inside. Yeah. Listen, Viserys is so tired and seasick, he's like, fine, let's just get on with it.
Cousin.
In the Hall of Tides, Princess Rhaenys bursts in like a gust of wind to greet her cousin and grab his hand, only to feel, oh, what's this? His missing fingers? You know, I'm dying to know, what the hell is this mysterious disease that's been eating away at Viserys since the beginning of the season?
He's actually suffering from like a form of leprosy, and he's suffering, his like body is deteriorating, his bones are deteriorating.
Are you well?
Very.
That's cap. Not looking like that, you're not. Feeling and looking like cold death, Viserys has very little time to beat around the bush, so he just gets right to the point. Listen, y'all.
I wish to propose a marriage between your son, Selena, and my daughter, an heir, the
Princess Rhaenyra.
Now, the last time that they had this conversation,
join our families. Wed our daughter Laena.
Viserys didn't take them up on that and obviously married Alicent instead, which really pissed off Corlys and Rhaenys. So, right now, guess who has the upper hand?
There are certain details I would wish clarified. We would like to know how the succession will be handled.
Meanwhile, down by the beach, Laenor and Rhaenyra are taking a stroll, but it's anything but romantic. Rhaenyra proposes that no matter what is arranged for the two of them by their fathers, that they come to their own understanding. And Laenor asks her, well, what did you have in mind? She says, okay, listen, we'll do our duty to the crown and to our fathers, but when the lights are off, we dine as we see fit. Infidelity. How sweet. Back in the Hall of Tides, Lord Corlys is being a trash father by refusing to acknowledge that this whole marriage thing is not really taking into account that his son is gay, making some dumb remark about how Laenor is young and he's gonna grow out of it. To all you trash daddies out there who are doing this shit, please stop. Rhaenys has no such delusions. She insists that this marriage could very well put their family and their kids as well as their heirs in the line of fire, as the kingdoms will never accept a woman as ruler. While all this is going on, there's another conversation happening down amongst the weeds between Laenor and his one true love, Lord Joffrey Lonmouth? Am I pronouncing that right? Anyway, he also goes by the name of the Knight of Kisses. I wonder why. Laenor shares his conversation with Rhaenyra down by the beach with Joffrey. And the two of them surmise, hey, this is actually the best outcome. She has a lover, you have a lover. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. Hiding in the shadows while, pretending to be someone else in public. My God, how stressful. I'm so glad the times have changed. For the most part. Back on the boat to King's Landing, it appears that Sir Criston Cole has something on his chest that he needs to get off, and it ain't his shirt.
I'm asking you to come with me, away from all of this.
Oh no, baby, you in the wrong book. This ain't no fairy tale. It's a tragedy. Rhaenyra counters Criston with being her side piece instead of her husband, and old boy does not take kindly to it.
So you want me to be your whore?
Looks like Criston caught feelings. Look, those are real tears in his eyes. But seriously, I'm with Rhaenyra on this one. Why trade the crown for a life of infamy and being wretched and poor? Last time I checked, love don't pay no bills, and that's on period. That's right, city girls would never, and neither will Rhaenyra. Criston just walks off and leaves Rhaenyra talking to herself, so I guess they broke up? Thank you. Next! With the rumors of her bestie's betrayal and sickening lies churning around inside of her head, Alicent summons Sir Criston Cole to confirm if in fact Rhaenyra has been doing the nasty with her Uncle D.
It happened, Your Grace. The sin you allude to, I have committed it. At her instigation, it is true, but it is no excuse.
Damn you, Criston. You had one job, and that was to keep your mouth shut. Well, the weight of Criston's confession crushes Alicent's last hope and trust in her best friend, and she sees that Otto has been right all along. It's her against House Targaryen. Anywho, who's ready for a chaotic white wedding? Let's kick things off with this badass entrance. Notice that out of all the knights present, Sir Criston is the only one not wearing a helmet. Could this be a convenient plot tool to reveal the obvious pain in Criston's face as he watches Rhaenyra choose the crown over him and the love that he has for her? Possibly. The next dramatic entrance comes from Prince Daemon. Viserys takes one look at him and seems like he's saying, "Shit, who left the door open and let the devil in?" But wait, we're not quite done with the dramatic entrances. Come on, you know these things come in threes. Well done, Queen Alicent. Your perfectly timed arrival was meant to interrupt Viserys' welcome speech and to show the entire Seven Kingdoms that you give zero fucks. I don't know about y'all, but Alicent ascending the wedding table and turning to address Rhaenyra with that robotic and very chilling congratulatory statement just really filled me with dread. She looks like she is ready to wreak havoc on that ass. Okay, Rhaenyra and Laenor's weird dance. What is this? Dragons about to take flight? It looks crazy. Damn, Kristen. Can you at least try not to make yourself look so obvious? While this drama is unfolding, guess who's making googly eyes at Prince Daemon from across the table? Princess Laena. Later they dance, and Daemon tells her that he's newly single. And she's like, oh wow, a man so handsome as you and a famed warrior, I'm sure all the ladies are gonna desire you. Oh honey, I don't think you can handle this hot D, but go on ahead and find out and see what happens.
I know who it is. The handsome paramour. Sir Kristen Cole.
Now, of course, Joffrey couldn't keep his mouth shut and decided to walk over to Kristen and whisper in his ear that he knows his secret and they're aligned in their purpose. Let's make a pact together so that we can protect the people that we love. More dancing is still happening, and eventually Daemon makes his way over to Princess Rhaenyra to tell her, what are you doing, girl? And Rhaenyra is like, well, are you trying to put yourself forward? Like, are you trying to take me and become my husband? Well, you know, the hour passes, uncle. All this drama is going on, and Daemon grabs Rhaenyra's face, and across the room, you can see Viserys looking at them. And then all of a sudden, a scream erupts from the crowd. The crowd convulses, and Rhaenyra calls out for Laenor, but he is more concerned about his man, okay? Which is unfortunately being pummeled into the ground by Sir Kristen, who, lucky for Rhaenyra, she escapes being crushed to death because Lionel Strong gives a nod over to his son, Sir Herwin Strong. And he parts through the crowd like Moses with the Red Sea and just scoops her up and throws her over his shoulder. Ah, man. Thanks for saving me, White Knight. Next, they decide to fast-track the wedding.
Gods and men, I proclaim Lenore of House Velaryon.
Phew, we made it. Thank you, baby Jesus. I need a t-shirt that says, I survived a wedding in Westeros. You know them ships are doomed to fail, and if you ever happen to get an invite, do not RSVP. That ends our recap of We Light the Way, episode 5 of HBO's House of the Dragon. What did you guys think of this episode? If given a chance, would you have run off with the hot and sexy Sir Kristen Cole? Let me know in the comments. As a reminder, don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, stay petty.